Yeah.
One
Within 3 hours, maybe.
one thing you can do on Discord is in the top right corner. There's a little 3 dots, and you can put "Don't show non-video participants," and you can get rid of this blue square.
Oh. Why do you know so many things? Okay.
That's
What's
a blue.
funny?
It's
what's
an
funny-
annoying thing that I have to deal with to do this.
Yeah, what's funny is I was actually thinking about telling her the exact same thing.
Yeah. It's standard greeting on the High Times podcast because of my ridiculous setup.
It looks like you have a nice padded room in there, soundproof.
No, I'm in a dirty garage actually, and it's cold in here. Look at this. Look what we got going on here.
Yeah,
Right?
you should. I feel like you should just play it off, don't you, Aiko?
Yeah, you're right. I should just say you're right. This isn't my top-notch studio.
Yeah.
You're
We're
just
all-
wearing the coat for fashion.
Right.
Exactly.
That's right. This is what
It's Canada. He's got to keep up stereotypes.
exactly. It's always cold in every room in my igloo. In my igloo in
Right.
Canada.
I've never been to Canada, so I'll just take your word for it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm like not very good at banter when I'm trying to do my sources, which is unfortunately a lot of the time. Okay.
Ooh, there we
A little
go.
better.
There we go.
This
Now we're on equal footing.
You can be right next to my cats. Okay, cool. And I'll put up the Danabo. Thank you for sending me that Danabo graphic.
That's right. That's right. If you want to support at least some of what we're doing on the High Times podcast, we encourage you to visit Shell Shock CBD, where you can order all kinds of wonderful CBD products, and put in, if you want to save 10%, and if you want to support Danabo, right? Put in the promo code Danabo, at which point you can get 10% off 100% American-made CBD products.
Did I actually get anything from that? I thought it was a meme. I honestly did think it was a meme.
He gets something,
A thrill, perhaps.
maybe. Whatever it is, it's enough compensation, at least in both our estimations, to book one guest per week for this show.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I say yes to Danabo probably more times than I should, but I think that this is not the one of those terrible things that Danabo convinces me to do.
No, I don't think so either.
I call him the Loki of Twitch. He's always mischievous, going around doing things.
He's up to no good, huh? That Danabo?
Some good, but then just don't get comfortable is what I would say.
Okay.
That kind of reminds me of Fred and George Weasley from Harry Potter. Remember, they had the map, the Marauders map.
I don't. Yes. Are you
Yeah.
saying he's twins? Those are the twins?
I'm saying he could be a Weasley.
Oh, I see. I mean, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Wait, why is he a Weasley? Why is he a Weasley?
That's Fred and George's last name.
Danabo?
I'm just saying, like, he's mischievous. He's always up to no good, right? And, Fred
Okay, I
and George
see.
had the Marauders map, right? And in order to get into it, you had to say, I
Okay.
solemnly swear that I am up to no good, right? And then the
Okay.
fucking map opens up.
That's
Yeah.
Danabo's mantra. That's his mantra.
Yeah. So every time he logs into Twitch Politics, he goes, I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. And then, voila!
So,
It's a magical Danabo.
So Aiko, you're on the High Times podcast. Do you smoke weed?
I don't know about that.
Have
Maybe
you ever?
sometimes.
Yeah, you've dabbled. You've dabbled in the devil's lettuce.
I mean, I'm usually stoned, except for when people definitely think I'm stoned, which is right now. I'm not stoned at all. I'm just trying to download this graphic because I'm committed to it.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, I have dabbled. Oh my god.
Oh,
Leave it like this.
Wow.
Discount code Dana.
That's fucking commitment right there, buddy.
I'll find somewhere to put it. But yeah, I used to have a weed podcast for a short period of time, but it was fun. Okay.
There we go. We'll cut a promo. You can blow it up then. It's
Yeah.
fine. As long as it's in the
true.
corner, reminding everyone. You can see Danabo, orange letters, Shell Shock CBD, black on black, great branding.
Yeah, exactly. Go
That's okay. The
lower. Whatever. Sorry.
yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
Serious OCD.
That's true.
Okay.
It is black on black.
It's fine. You can see the website name. We'll talk about it later. It'll
You
be
can
fine.
see Danabo.
Exactly. And Danabo, orange letters, perfect. All right. There's one last thing I need to do. The last little itty bitty bit of my setup is I have to open this garage door and freeze my ass off. Just give me
my
1
God.
second and we can begin.
Are you always black and white, CTV?
No.
Right?
No, I'm running a 2-camera setup right now.
Oh, I see. So your stream is color?
Yeah, I've got a small color camera in the bottom right hand corner, and then for the Discord calls, I'm thinking about doing more black and white because, like, you know, I always make the meme about how, like, growing up in the mountains of North Carolina, I was like 10 to 20 years, you know, behind society as far as technology actually getting in there and, you know, ideas and everything. So it's like I'm always like a blast from the past, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. I can see that. I was saying, I think that you are one of the great performers on Twitch, like, because I've been putting stock music behind people on Twitches, like long, whether they're rants or, you know, I don't want to say rant in like a bad way, but it's super rhythmic. And I've been making a song from one of your, like just a short portion of a thing from a long time ago.
I love making songs of people just talking, and then you put some generic beat in the background, and their voice is so melodic and rhythmic that it turns into a thing.
Yeah, you made one where where it looks like I keep forgetting. I was gonna show chat the other day and I forgot. But you made it sound like I was saying it to Danabo, and that was not nice.
It was. Are you kidding? It's Danabo. It's literally Danabo's intro video now.
I know, but listen. If I want to call Danabo a cunt, I use this cunt or something like with what was the rest of it? With nothing. I don't remember. A vacant cunt, I think. Yes, I will tell him. I will own all of my insults. Just only, it's not precise. I don't think that Danabo is a useless cunt.
An empty, useless person who has nothing better to do than to start shit.
I mean, it kind of does fit, though.
I know.
Sometimes
it was Danabo. Just too perfect. All I had to do was take out the little knot, and then the whole thing changed.
Yeah, it was good. It was good because if you weren't paying attention and if I didn't see it, you should can you play it on the stream thing for everyone? I don't know if you can screen share. If it's gonna be too much trouble, I'll just show it.
Oh, I can. Yeah, what's the link?
Basically, go to Danabo's channel, all right, and play the intro video that he has where he introduces his channel, and it's basically just the clip I made.
That's so funny. I still haven't made one.
Anna Frills and Destiny Leak DMs and dramatic reading.
No. His intro video. Just you really are a boomer. You really are a boomer.
Did he change it?
Oh, maybe he changed it. I'm not popular anymore.
That's great. Yeah. That's what Monty does. He insults somebody to begin with instead of allowing for maybe Danabo changed it. Great.
Exactly.
Monty.
Exactly. No charity. No charity for anyone. Just like shoot from the hip fucking judgment. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, sorry. Was I totally wrong? Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah. I don't see
Wait, what's is it still on the YouTube or was that your YouTube?
It was my YouTube. I mean, the whole song is on my YouTube, but
I mean, I
it's
think
like
that
it's kind of
it was
long.
short. It wasn't that long.
You know
I
what? Just for context, okay. Just for context, everyone. At one point, Aiko and I had a disagreement, and she decided to, and I decided to antagonize her in her stream, and then she called me a cunt repeatedly, and I had a little fun with it.
I mean, I called you a cunt a lot. Like really every time I saw you. Like that was during my 14-hour stream
Yeah,
where I was like so mind boggled that no one cared about the Kurt stuff or that like the focus was on me during that and so yeah, I platformed a Proud Boy, you know, a lot of things happened
that's
that
right.
day.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it was a big night. It was a big
Yeah.
night, and Monty was
But
there to just add insult to injury.
but you know what? It was fine. I kind of enjoy when I can call someone specifically a cunt. Not everyone gets called a cunt, but I felt like it was appropriate.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take
It's
it.
special.
I can appropriate the word now. I mean, with
From
you, basically.
from 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 what? Overseas, wherever the fuck they use it.
I don't know. Isn't
Or
it
body
like a
slang.
isn't it like a word that's like that I shouldn't be using?
Oh no, I don't.
Being a dude. I think cunt is unisex at this point.
Yeah, I don't usually. Yeah, I mean, for me personally,
Okay.
I think that it's probably more harsh to call like a woman or a femme presenting person like a bitch
Mm-hmm.
instead of like versus a cunt. But what do you
Mm-hmm.
think, CTV?
Mm, yeah, I think I'd be more likely to call somebody a cunt than I would a bitch. I feel
But
like that's
like
where
in an angry way, like when you're
yeah.
really mad. I mean, I don't know. Would you ever call I don't you could be the kind of person that doesn't ever call women cunts or bitches or
I
you
feel like
could
I use bitch predominantly for men actually now. You know, in
yeah.
that oh you're being such a bitch, you know, or that kind of context. Like oh you're being like I don't know, yeah you're being I don't know you're being complainy or whiny in some way. Stop being such a bitch, right? Like that. But I feel like that's more directed towards men from
I
me. I don't know. Maybe
no no.
we took the word now. What do you think? Do men own bitch? No.
I for me, I grew up with two sisters, two younger
Mhm.
sisters, right? So I try to make it a point not to call people names or use
Okay.
purposefully inflammatory words. But I will say, like, you know what? You're complaining a fucking lot, and there are words used to describe people that do this sort of fucking behavior. So, like, I take the long approach in the explanation so that the person gets caught up to the thought, so then I don't actually have to say it, right?
Right. Right.
And by doing that, it ends up, I think, having more of an impact rather than just I'm being inflammatory. Listen to me. Well,
Yeah.
fuck you. That's the reaction you're going to get. But you go, you're complaining a lot, and then like blah blah blah. And then maybe I am complaining just a little bit too much. You know what I mean? So
You know who really gets infuriated by your very circumlocutus like method here? BPF. He
oh yeah.
really hates that shit. Holy shit, does he complain about it?
Uh,
All right, sorry.
what? So he wants a TLDR or something. I mean, I haven't engaged with him very much.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the okay. Long story. Well, I guess long story short. CTV and him had some debate, and then he complained about it, and then we laughed at him. And so
Oh,
that's what it comes down to.
yeah. That sounds about right. I think that the question of whether or not to call someone just a straight up name or be more, I guess, draw it out so that you really feel it. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think the way that you do it, CTV, is probably when someone calls someone a bitch out of anger, like especially like a woman, it's like it kind of just reflects back onto the person that's calling that, especially if they're like a man or something. I saw someone do that yesterday, and that was not a good look. It's like, okay, dude, you're the one that's very mad.
Right. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. When people get overly fucking agitated and upset. And it's not
They
they
lose
can't even pull themselves
control.
back. They've just like they've surrendered to the beast at this point. Yeah, and then they say and then they say some words they maybe shouldn't be saying, and you're like, oh, cringe. Oh.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I personally think that I like when people use the words that they want to use. I don't know. Whatever is the most like real thing that you can say at the time.
You know what I'm a big
Stand
fan of?
by.
You know what I'm a big fan of? It's a point scored in the insulting people game, using exact specific terms to describe their behavior. You know?
Oh, give me an example.
Yeah, okay. Like yeah, hold on. Yeah, I got to think of one here. Not just you're being arg.
Can
Okay,
you
I
think
got
of a time when you wanted to say something very specifically related to that?
right. I mean, okay. You know what? I'm going to regret this. But honestly, okay, I thought when we were beefing on Twitter, I had some very specific insults for you.
Honestly, I didn't see them because
Oh,
I have you
probably
muted.
you probably muted me. Yeah, that's the smart thing to do,
I mean,
actually.
I've had you muted always, I think.
Always.
I
Okay.
honestly think because of
Yeah.
I don't remember when you
Yeah. This beef between us or whatever. Can I hear what if you recall it? What was it like? What is this from your perspective?
So I want to hear that, but I just want to know real quick. Am
Uh-huh.
I muted on Twitter, Aiko?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you're
Yeah.
too
I
wholesome,
don't think
CTV.
so. I don't think so. I'll have to check, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Um
So Monty, CTV is not muted. Okay.
You're too wholesome, bro.
but CTV doesn't like tag me and stuff and like
That's
it's right.
true.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
I
My
mean
tweets
like
were very aggressive.
Like if I did, Aiko would be like, "Really, CTV? Oh,
Yeah,
oh, well,
stop.
that's nice, right? That'd probably be what happened."
Yeah.
And fucking Monty gets attacked. She's like, "No, just nope,
No.
nope, not today."
Yeah,
I'm
she's probably
not
like, "How about I
interested.
interact with you when you stop constantly insulting me?"
I mean, I think the space has changed a lot and now
Yeah.
it's kind of like society has collapsed in Twitch. So now it's just like the rest of the world. But there was a time when like platforming did make a difference. But
Well,
now that time has passed.
it's too broken up now. The anarchists won.
No, it's
I mean,
CTV came in and fucking like decimated more toxic personalities that were doing a lot of gatekeeping. That's what happened.
Oh, this is you're doing CTV?
Yeah,
no.
Congratulations. It's fucking chaos now.
you're welcome.
No more social order. Ugh.
It's
Wait,
organized chaos.
Who did you get rid of?
Yeah.
Like if you were gonna claim if you were gonna be like that's
That's
the
a good
person
one.
I got rid of.
You know what? No comment, chick.
Really? You think it was you?
That
yeah.
was you?
Definitely.
Why?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Oh,
That like
just
earned you that
oh, you'd have to go back. There's clips on the channel, right? But there was a hippy dippy where Irene started really like. I mean, she called me daddy during the middle of the stream, right?
Not daddy.
ew.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like you, right? So like,
Ugh.
so that happens, right? And after that, like, you didn't hear anything else except for like that, like some, people would come by. Oh, NCC's talking shit about you. I'm like, yeah, I don't care, right? So
Yeah.
like everybody stopped caring after that. You know what I mean? So
Oh. Okay. So you're
It's-
taking credit
Yeah.
for her
Okay.
mental breakdown. I mean, to be fair, she went after everyone. She is like one of the few people I actually have like blocked. I don't block very many people, but
Yeah.
like everything that she did, I mean, like with peace and love, I hope she's out out there doing better someday, but
Yeah, I
that was
mean,
a wild ride.
yeah, I'm with you. Nothing but the best for her, but like whenever you're coming into the conversation and purposefully trying to insert toxicity and meanness into it, and then you get called on it, and then you get shamed for it, right? And then you shame yourself on top of that, right? Like it doesn't set up a good situation for you to move forward,
Yeah, no. Um, I don't know what she's up to these days. I mean, she really went after a lot of people very hard, especially Dylan, and there were a lot of accusations she was levying against various people. It was pretty. I don't know what happened. I thought there's sometimes you think that someone is like fairly normal and then they just like lose their shit and what can you possibly do?
I
I
kind of
tried.
I I think everybody's allowed to have a certain amount of losing your shits in your life, right? But
Mhm.
if it's like once a month, that's way too much of a frequency for me to want to deal with, right? I'm like, once,
Right.
twice a year, right? You kind of lose your shit. You're like, okay, like I can kind of get that, you know what I mean? But there is a point where like, self-reflection in moments that lead you to hit the X button and keeping that shit private, right, might be the best thing for you to do, right? Just and then fucking, sorry, I lost internet connection. Everybody has a
Yeah.
fucking out on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yes. But do they ever take it? Actually,
Well, yeah,
I've
you
taken
you
that
you both
before.
you
I've
both you
taken
both
that.
spend a lot of time. You both spend considerable hours on the internet if you think about it.
Yeah.
Does it count if you're streaming and not looking at the rest of the internet? Because I mean, I just figured out how to look at YouTube notifications and see what videos
Hmm.
come out.
Oh,
Like,
I don't mean on the internet in general. I mean streaming. I mean streaming
oh,
specifically
yeah.
because you talk about losing your shit, right? But and you could fault someone for that, but everyone loses their shit at some point, right? But if you
Yeah.
spend a considerable amount of hours streaming, chances are there's a larger net of capturing you losing your shit, right? In the day.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I've definitely you could definitely make a compilation of me losing my shit in different ways.
Right.
Sometimes it looks like I am when I'm not. Um but yeah. No, usually there have been times when I literally just like shut off stream and just like raided someone
Mhm.
immediately. Uh
Okay,
and
yeah,
just be
because
like,
you're
what's
gonna have
going
you're gonna
on?
have a moment. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't really like especially if I get upset, I can't speak. I'm just one of those people who like can't like I cannot say words.
Right. Right,
So
right. The I guess the anxiety gets up to you. You lock up,
it
and
just
it just doesn't come out. Yeah, yeah.
or
How's
like
the
anger.
how don't mind if I ask this. How bad's your ADHD? Mine is severe.
Very bad.
It's very
Very
bad.
bad.
What are we talking
Yeah.
about here?
Um I mean really it's in combination with my OCD and it's like they're like two warring kingdoms that are
Yeah.
fighting over the territory of my body. So
Right.
it's like half of me is trying to not focus on things because of my OCD, and then the other half is having ADHD and is unable to focus. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
mess,
Yeah.
but I just go with it.
I have a 15-year-old daughter right now, and she she has a severe ADHD like mine, right? And is like same profile, and but carrying OCD, high anxiety as well, right? And that's it. Very artistic, loves anime, but in a way that I don't know, she elegant in how she appreciates things, right? And that's it. I talked to her
It's a
about
different kind of like this world isn't really suited towards
mm,
different kinds of brains, and you just
yeah,
hope hopefully find a way to because I legitimately have time blindness, and that's why I made it
right,
into like a game in Discord. But
mm,
that's something that I can't really control.
right,
So, yeah. So, I mean, streaming kind of helps in that way, or at least it's good in the sense that I can just show up, but it also sucks to not have a real schedule. But
Mm.
it's better than having to be on time for other things.
Do you do you want to be more organized? I have to deal with this. The time blindness, yes. Okay, scheduling terrible. I'm a mess. I have no concept of when things are, right? I get fucking super focused on things, right? And I've found a way in some way to half-ass channel it, right? In my life, and I'm grateful for that. But fuck, man. Once I realized, I only got diagnosed like last year, but once I realized how to interpret my fucking personality, I was just like, okay, you know what? You could solve a lot of problems here if you took a different approach, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a lot of it's a lot of different things, especially it depends on how I am with my OCD, because then I can't focus on something,
Hmm.
because then I'll get stuck in a different kind of way. It's
Right.
really, I don't know what CTV thinks of all this, because I can't imagine what it would be like to hear people talk about stuff if you don't. I mean, you
It's
could have
this is
ignorance, but I don't
essentially
know.
CTV has told me, okay, by decree of the master here, all right, this is my show, and you can talk about ADHD and anxiety as much as you want, because these are things that are important to me as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is Monty's show. Yeah.
You're just here to supervise,
No,
make
I'm here to
sure.
participate. The way that this
Participate.
ended up,
No,
the
Yeah.
way
I
this,
know. I'm just
You,
kidding.
yeah,
yeah,
you go CTV.
yeah, the way it ended up started, right? It's just like every, it was either 2 to 4 times a week, right? Me and Monty would get together, fucking be smoking a joint. I'm smoking a bowl, right, and just chilling out and talking anyway, right? So
Yeah.
after we do this for like I don't know, probably 5 6 months
Yeah.
before I said Monty, I'm like, dude, I said maybe we should put a fucking name with this thing and some branding, right, and then like invite people to it, and then here's the show. We'll call it, oh, I don't know, the High Times Podcast, and he was like,
No, no, that's not how it happened,
oh,
CTV.
that's
Oh,
not how it
okay.
happened.
That's
How
not
did it
how it
happen?
happened. Okay,
How did it happen?
okay, we were doing this for a while. Okay, one
Okay.
time you called it the High Times Podcast because you coming up, and it was good. It stuck. It's a good name for it, right? High Times with MontrealPlayer, right? And that's it. And we hung out. Okay, and then I got on my fucking shit organized,
Mm-hmm.
right? And set
Yeah,
up
because I
some
wasn't
stuff.
gonna do it for you, right?
No. Look, it's my show, and I thank you for producing it, essentially, right?
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, and
Danilo
that's it.
for moving and shaking.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
moving
and
and
Dan,
shaking over here.
exactly. I want Danable. If he can move and shake for one guest a week, is not too big a thing. I'll sell some weed for him. Speaking of which, you should visit shellshockcbd.com. Hold on a second, sweetie. I have to cut this promo, and I'll be right with you. Hold on. I'll do this in a minute.
Okay. So yeah, so essentially what Machi was saying was exactly what I said, right? Which was like we kept doing the thing, then we came up with the name for it, and then like he's been getting the posters organized to be able to put out on Twitter, and
They
now
look
we've got the
great.
time. Yeah, he's doing really good stuff with it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that essentially like I got him set up in with a room in here so he can drag his stuff in and get ready and everything.
Yeah.
And it works out too because the Discord server is boosted to level 3, so you already get
Yeah.
all
So
the
it gets
perks from that.
better quality. It just works out. We find relationships that work out.
Yeah,
You know, where
I
everyone.
tell people like I'm really one of like the nicest people that you could ever want to try to do anything with, right? But
Oh
that's
yeah.
where like the conversation with BPF, whenever it first got started, it gets started with he's trying to say that I'm a fake conservative, right? So he's already coming
He
at
said
it.
that. What?
he's
Why?
a
Because
fraud.
what? Because you don't
CTV's a
hate
fraud.
people enough.
Well, I think that's what it is. I'm not racist, right?
Honestly, I mean, all I know is that with peace and love, uh, he really hates gay people, like in the old school kind of way. Like we've all moved past this, and he's still mad about gay marriage. It's like,
Really? Okay.
yeah.
Better have the receipts here, Aiko.
No, I do. I
All right.
mean, there was a time he was talking to Tom Foolery and Rob Noor, and he was saying about how like being a Christian isn't about loving people or something like that. It's about truth
Okay.
and stuff about like how gay people are going to hell and stuff. I mean, I'm sure he would
Okay. It
he would
sounds
stand
like
by all of it.
great stuff. Sounds like great stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying this in like a
Yeah.
trashing him way. Like I said this. Sometimes he pops into my chat and says hello.
Mm.
So I don't mean this in like a shit talking way. That's what I say when he comes into chat. So I'm just like, this is my analysis.
There you
I
go.
don't know you, but this is my analysis.
Right. This is what it looks like from the outside.
Yeah, if someone asks, I'm gonna say. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't own that these days. That's fine. Oh, we were
What?
saying. Wait, no, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I lost the thread too. This happens to me frequently.
Yeah, no, it was.
Losing the thread mid sentence, and then I'm just like, "Fuck! I just fucking forgot it." I hate that shit.
But you know what? It's a part of the charm that I integrate that into my stream a lot. If I try to describe something that I'm not looking at that moment, I'm trying to remember something and describe something, it's very hard to find the words. But if I'm looking at something, I can find things that in my mind like that I associate with it, and it's kind of like improvisation is the best way. Stream of conscious, you know, kind of going in that direction. So it's like there's some good things with it. It's just a matter of like if you can manage to find a way to exist like that. It's like if you have to be, or at least me, if I have to make it to an appointment on time, that is a lot to ask for. But you know, I'll make songs like the CTV song. It's gonna be I really think it's super cool, and it's yeah.
Oh,
No,
he has a song. Yay!
no,
Oh no, that's right. Melodic beat. That's right. Okay.
Or not a. It's more like it's okay. It's a dramatic. I also saved the clip of it because he's like, and I don't want to show any of it yet.
No.
It's like he turns and like dramatically looks into the camera. He's like, I don't care how hard you try, no matter how much you try, you're not gonna put me in chains. I'm not your slave. And it was amazing. And I was like, holy shit, we have a command in there in the chat now, and I have vocoded it. I also have an accompaniment of my singing as well, and yeah, so it's gonna be pretty great. I will show, and it's not like a. I also do a thing when if someone like say for instance Terry, we call him Terry. When someone goes off on a rant about me and says mean things about me, I kind of take it and I make their face look really wet. and it's really I will just like okay, wait, hold on. I'm just
Do they look like, oh, I'm sweating here, having my meltdown.
They're getting wet.
Wait, hold on, let me find it.
So we're getting wet for Aiko.
I'm gonna just put like I won't put the sound or anything on. Okay, wait, just for 1 second.
Don't make us wet, Aiko. Don't do it. I can't have a fucking rant.
Oh wow, it's.
Did you make his head bigger?
It gets progressively weirder. That's just a preview. I have a final version that looks even wetter. But yeah, because he was like, and I vocoded it also. And, yeah, it gets better. I have another one of him saying something about how getting Aiko to think about her positions is like trying to get a four-legged animal to have four legs. sets a low bar, but she misses every time. No, she misses every fucking time.
Every time.
Every fucking time. And
Mm.
I'm like, I don't think that is a completed insult. But yeah, so I make people wet, but it's not one of those. CTVs is like a masterpiece. It's beautiful. I love it.
I'm
Oh,
looking forward to seeing it.
I'm stoked.
Yeah, I've
I'm
been
stoked.
like, I just like kind of play around with things, and they'll be like maybe 50 to 80% done, and then like randomly, one night I'll get hyper focused like ADHD on something.
There
And I'm
you go.
like, okay, here we.
Yeah. Yeah, you get in the zone, make it happen.
Yeah.
That's a fun time. That's a fun time when you get in the zone and you don't have you don't have constraints and stuff.
Yeah, and I make everything on my phone too, so sometimes it doesn't want to do it and it crashes, and then I get very frustrated about that. But ultimately, I have a good time. I'm like a hoarder of memes, like half completed meme thing.
Okay, I have a question to ask you. Okay, which one of these tunes your attention into it, captures your attention more? Anna and Destiny, or BX Bullet and Hunter Avalon?
Actually, I think that there's some crossover
Okay.
there, because when I said that I heard someone call a woman a bitch very angrily, that was Hunter yesterday, for
No.
BX Bullet, and I was like, because I mean, I don't know Hunter very well. He seems like a nice dude. I don't know what this fixation is, but
Right.
I know that
Okay.
BX Bullet has legitimately like some like actual like predator like of
Mhm.
online.
Yeah, you don't
I
have.
took a screenshot of her child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't have
So,
to. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
yeah.
There's a thing going on. It's not. Yeah, but yeah,
But it's
exactly.
real. It's real.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, but with the Anna thing, she was complaining about, she's like, I'm glad that everyone is so supportive of Bullet, but like, what about me? She literally went on this tangent, and yeah, so I don't know. We can
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, I saw the clip of that yesterday with Anna, and
Where's this?
pretty disappointed. Pretty disappointed.
I mean, and with Anna, I think that there's nothing like I feel like honestly, if you had to pick one person to deplatform, I think that Anna has probably broken the most TOS, and she's like she only does harm to like herself and other people. And I think that if Destiny wasn't so like hated by people, then it would have been taken way more seriously. And also, if he wasn't a man, then probably that too. And also, no one cares about, well, not no one obviously, but they're like Cherry and Stardust and Waffles and all the people, Eris, that Anna harasses and antagonizes, and copy strikes. And so yeah, it's very disappointing to see how much people would rather choose, like, I don't know, not that they're choosing content over it, but it's like, come on.
Yeah, the thing I'm disappointed about was Destiny actually re-engaging with Anna. That's the thing
Oh,
I'm most disappointed about.
I saw like a little bit of it, but I didn't see.
Well, it's just the man says he wants to be left alone, right? And then he goes over there and starts tilling up the fucking garden again. Like, dude, let the fucking shit go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that.
possibly.
If
But
that's
okay,
what
well,
that
do
really
you think
wanted,
his
then that's what you got to do.
do you think his engagement for CTV? There's some noise in the background on your end. But do you think this? Do you think? Fuck! I fucking lost it, guy.
Cool. We can always go back to it if
Yeah.
you remember.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Do you think him re-engaging with Anna is just him being content brained?
I think there's definitely a part of that. That's the thing that kind of struck it to me, where it's like, as soon as I saw that he was talking to her again, and of course she's going to want to because she still has feelings for him, regardless of what she says, right?
Mhm.
So because of that, he goes back over there to talk to her, knowing that he's going to be able to do that. And it doesn't take much conversation for him to be able to get back into just being able to meme on her and make jokes that other people laugh at, and which is evident by,
Mhm.
like I tuned into Eris's stream and there was a part where he was making a fucking joke at her and Eris is laughing and everybody else in the
Right.
chat's laughing. Hell, I'm laughing because it's just fucking funny,
Oh,
right?
right
Right.
But
now, like in this cycle, like within this
yeah,
past
yeah,
few
yeah,
Yeah.
that,
days. Oh,
yeah,
really? I guess I
yeah,
haven't seen any.
yes,
You sleep one day and then
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. You're out. Yeah, it's not worth. Yeah.
So like because of this, it just seems like Destiny's just, you know, fucking farming up some drama, right? However he can
Right.
to like
Because
otherwise,
the responsible thing to do would be to just block this woman and not interact with
yep.
her just ever. Okay, and that's it. Like, how many jokes can we make after a while? It's like, okay, just
And I
go
mean, and
away.
like when we had Anna here, right?
Yeah.
Like I just told you guys ahead of time, look, we're not talking about Destiny. That's like the only thing, we're just not going to talk about Destiny, and we didn't, right? And we ended up having a
Yeah,
really great
we had a great
conversation.
time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We had a great time. She's lovely. Okay, just don't
Mhm.
don't talk about that one topic.
Yeah, so like that's like where maybe what I was, trying to show her was that she could be perceived by other people as something more than just, a Destiny drama chick, right?
Mhm.
But whenever she makes a decision too to re-engage in the conversation just because he wants to, then they're both at fault for creating the shit, right? So that is going to be what it is. But I think Destiny loses all ability to be able to say to anybody else, like, you can't do this, blah, 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 like he did some fucking months back, saying if anybody was platforming Anna, he wasn't going to engage with them or bring them onto his
Mhm.
platform for 6 months. Like, you've lost all ability to be able to say a fucking thing now. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I'm trying to in general not seeing everything that has happened and continues to happen, especially when it comes to platforming and there being so like now I feel like platforming is kind of not a question. Once someone's around, they're around and you just have to do whatever you're going to do with your platform. And I think it's good to see what choices people make. I kind of would like to see what they would do if they weren't feeling like backed into a corner. Some people double down, some people, just you know what I mean? And I think it muddies the conversations of the actual issues. So I personally am trying to like n- be specific about what I don't know, and I don't know how much is instigated by whichever one of them. I know what I've seen. To me, it looks like she's like absolutely an unhinged stalker of Destiny, but that's not even really my concern. It's more like the other people. Like when Waffles talked about it, it she sound it sounded like based on the behavior that she described Anna doing, and I don't even necessarily think Waffles might be aware of it because when people have relationships with a certain type of a person that treats you the way that Anna treated her, I think that she was like seriously abused and mind fucked. So I mean,
Someone.
to the point of like having physical effects, like she was saying, like she,
You
like
think Anna
was having.
was?
I mean, wait, Anna was what?
You think Anna was abused?
No, no, I mean
No,
Waffles.
Oh, okay.
okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know Waffles all that well. So
if you see her, like if you watch her tell like her story and talking about like everything that the cycles that Anna would go through and the way that she would try to like mitigate the situations. Ignore all of these. Thank you, Otter Apples, for the subscription for 5 months. I appreciate it. Um, I think like and you know, like when people are describing something and like they don't necessarily, you can tell they don't realize the full implications of the behavior they're describing. Like if they're talking about like someone they're dating and they talk about something they did, and they kind of like brush it off, but you're like, holy shit, that's fucked up, like that kind of thing, versus like trying to manipulate the story to sound worse than it is. I feel like Waffles maybe didn't completely realize how fucked Anna was being, and I don't
Yeah.
know. I can kind of relate. I think so. I'm
Let's
not
hope.
necessarily
Let's hope she
unbiased.
finds. Let's hope she finds the. Let's hope she finds a way to navigate through that.
Yeah, I'm sure she's
Yeah.
fine. I just
Yeah.
mean like my concern, how Anna is like harassing other people, and how other people treat Anna. Like I remember I saw Stardust go on Zerka's panel when Anna was there, and when she said that she was like brutally assaulted at one point, everyone just kind of like were like, that sucks. But Anna was like, emotional abuse can be worse than physical abuse or something, or just as serious or worse. So I don't know, just the way people
Yeah,
take
that doesn't
in
seem
these
like the
things.
best time to kind of bring that conversation up. It seems like that, maybe moving on to a whole different topic,
Right.
after that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But anyway, Hunter
So
Avalon is being crazy. He's
okay,
being
yeah, he's a
unhinged.
little.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about that instead. It's less. It's less. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
more
He's a
heavy.
little. Yeah. It's a little. It's a little weird now how much energy he's putting into going after BX.
What has he
No.
done today?
No, but I mean, it's a stream every night, and we're really focusing on this. It's like it's strange, and then like you're putting a lot of energy into tweets. Is there nothing else? Is there nothing else to cover? Why is this so important? Because she had some weird like COVID takes for you. Like,
No, I think it has to do with him making the decision to get, uh, financially involved with this guy, fucking Plasma, right? And then
Oh yeah.
BX starts calling him on the shit that he's doing, and he's got a problem with it, right? Because
oh,
he got caught, he got exposed. So like,
okay.
so what's the, the typical tactic from, which is like what he's probably like 20 something year old, right? Is
Don't listen to this person. She'll say anything about me. I'll demonize her.
well, it's just the I know you are, but what am I tactic, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, no, you were actually exposed, not me, right? It's like,
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if like it seems like a bit disconnected from reality,
Yeah.
because I mean, I was watching, I was hanging out in Stardust chat, what was it, yesterday, I think, maybe, and she was watching some of it, and then she talked to Hunter for a little bit, and she her stream crashed, so I went into Hunter's chat for a minute. I was like, hey, maybe like she's going through a lot, and maybe you can put this on pause for a minute, her child, etc. Like this is like a real fucking dangerous thing, and meanwhile he's focused on like Twitter beef, which I know I don't really look at Twitter very much, so I'm always confused about why people are mad at each other. So, uh, this is a PSA. If it happened on Twitter, I don't know what you're talking about, so take it with a grain of salt.
that's kind of
And
how I end up approaching a lot of this shit too, Aiko. So
yeah, it's like, what the fuck happened? What could possibly have happened on Twitter that would make you this upset? You know, Twitter is not the world. What the fuck is like, I mean, I didn't use it. I'm Really Important made me start using my Twitter when I was uh just starting to stream. And he was like, you need to have another way for people to get a hold of you in case something happens with stream. And I was like, fine. but it seems like people just go there and get mad and then yell at people in chat or something that are not the same people as that were in their, I don't know, what do you call it, mentions or something.
You wonder, like, with the mental health, conversations that could be around that, like, how many of the streamers that get their Twitter accounts and they get involved and they chase this stuff down, they get fucking mad about it, then they start yelling at the chat, even though that's not the person. Then while they're also trying to schedule a conversation with that person so that they can yell at, it's like that's a lot of anger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And how do you feel after? And usually one of those people has a little bit more legitimacy to their upsetness, um, in proportion to whatever the situation is. So I don't know. That's why I just want people to be accurate. Oh, and I think I responded to the tweet that I saw of yours, Montreal. Like I
Oh,
saw
that's
it like
right.
a while later. But which I don't really. Oh, it was about how
Oh yeah.
everyone is congregating around hating, like Bad Bunny is like starting a cult based on hating debate bros, and specifically Destiny, and
Okay.
and excommunicated Lumi Rue, who is they're like the coziest uh, streamer ever, and because they went on Hippy Dippy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I
Um,
know who Lumiere is.
yeah. So and
I was
said
probably
they're
I was on that
toxic.
show that she was on there that
Yeah,
night. Yeah.
with Hake and Vosh and
Yeah, Hake.
yeah. Hake,
Who's this
oh my
Hake
gosh.
guy?
Oh
He's
goodness.
the JLP. I haven't even rolled to join. Jesus Christ.
Oh wow.
Hake,
Seriously?
yeah, no, this is just I'm not even stoned. I'm serious.
Hmm?
This is just what it is. But we'll see.
I'm I'm
We'll
o-
see how it goes.
I'm smoking mostly CBD. Now, I can't get CBD like you can in America, okay? But what you can do if you're in America is you can go, and actually internationally, except Australia and Canada, right? Is you can go to shellshockcbd.com, shellshockcbd.com, where you can put it, save 10% by putting in the code word Danabo when you make your purchases. I smoke mostly CBD because I have a lot of things to do. Okay, my ADHD goes crazy. It gets me very, I don't know. I just feel it in my body, and
Yeah.
I need to have, yeah, I need to have a release. So I come in here and I chat with you, nice people, around this time, okay, every day. But it's just really to calm the fuck down and bring and just like find a piece of calm during the day. That's how I use CBD. I don't know how you use it. Some people use it for pain. I don't know if you've had experience with CBD for
How
PTSD or anything like that. I don't know how that works, but that's it. All these things and more you can get at shellshockcbd.com with code word Danabo. Shellshockcbd.com wants to bring you the highest quality CBD products at the most affordable prices. 100% grown and operated right there in America, right there in America, by a business that employs and is owned by U.S. veterans. Isn't that great?
it is great. That sounds great. Also, is are they associated with the movers and shakers is the real question.
Uh,
Uh,
who is it associated with the movers and shakers?
hmm.
A shell shock.
Shell shock. I
Mm.
don't know. I'm not a mover and shaker, and therefore I wouldn't be able to tell you who is or isn't.
Gonna be
Right.
honest with you. I think that because there is specifically a discount code for a known mover and shaker, that there is in fact an association at least.
True, true. Remember, if you use the word Danabo to save 10% on your CBD products, all right, then we'll take, the organization will take notice. All right, we'll take notice and
Really?
we'll know who's part of the family and who isn't. Okay, that's
Like a
all
little,
I'm
I
saying.
still don't really know what a mover and shaker is. Like I keep getting very incomplete. Is this somehow like anti-Semitic related? Like I don't know who said it first,
That's
but it
right.
was BPF or something. And it
That's right.
sounds whenever people ask or mention it, I'm like, I get a very short explanation, and there's some like,
So she decided to come ask CTV, who's known for giving long and complete answers. That makes
what?
sense. So here's the answer to your question.
Yeah.
What a mover and shaker is, right? The lore specifically and how I got started is with BPF, right? He was having a conversation with Dylan, I think it was, right? And he was trying to find out, who the movers and shakers were, which Dylan, of course, as soon as he heard that, went, movers and shakers? Fucking what? Right? There's the next fucking meme. You know what I mean? So he kicks that off, right? And then, and through the conversation with BPF, he's talking about like people working behind the scenes and setting up people to talk to each other and like all this stuff. And he's like, complete BPF is totally in conspiracy at this point, right? And it's not even
Wow.
clear to me that he's memeing. I don't think he was memeing. I think he was being 100% serious with where his perspective is in the world, right?
Mhm.
So because of that, then Danabo ends up coming out on Twitter saying that he's the the alpha and the omega, right? The mover and the shaker, right? He's the guy behind the scenes working all this shit.
That's right.
Mhm. I think he's just running cover for Dylan.
Yeah. So then there's Danabo takes a spot. Then of course Geek gets in there. Zonia jumps in. Then everybody right
It's
becomes the
that
mover and
interesting.
shaker. So then it's also to become an incorporated kind of fucking name for Dylan. As far as like another type of branding to put with Hippy Dippy, as movers and shakers. So
There you
Well,
go.
I
So
mean,
what are we thinking? Is Danabo the boss, or is he a lapdog that took a bullet for the boss? What do you think?
I
is
think
that
you
a
got.
real question?
Hmm?
I think you got to remember Iron Man 3, right? There's always a boss that you don't know about.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Hmm.
You know what? Wait, hold on. I have to grab one of my weed bags real quick.
Perfect. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't BPF though. That was Brandt, wasn't it?
No, that was BPF.
Oh, it was BPF who did
Yeah.
movers and shakers. I thought it was
Yeah.
when Brandt had his
Nah.
fucking breakdown.
Brant was after that. Brant ended up using some of the same language, right?
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
BPF
okay.
was.
He's the originator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The original conspiracy started with BPF. Right?
Okay. BPF. And then it infected baby Brandt.
Which is one of the. How does CTV? He's got to be one of those movers and shakers too. It's like, dude, I'm just aware that you're a fucking meme. That's
Wait, who's a meme?
BPF.
Oh.
And also maybe Brandt for Liberty.
Oh yeah,
wait, which one is that? Is that the guy who
accused
is he like
Dylan
real
of cyber
skinny?
terrorism.
Oh yeah. He accused. Yeah, that's right. He accused him of cyber terrorism, which may be just bad hard drive.
Yeah. You're muted now.
Hello?
There it is.
Hello.
Okay, cool. It might be maybe my noise gate. But that's okay. So cyber terrorism. When does he have the time to do all of this? I barely have time to regular stream. And yeah, I don't know how much time cyber terrorism takes.
Well, I mean, if you're, if you have a team of movers and shakers, all right, they initiate the cyber terrorism for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like. Well, look, let's just say that me and CTV, okay, we figured out what Brandt's real hardware problem was. All right,
And
early on.
And what was it?
He probably has like a hard drive that's not SSD.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna say that you're probably right.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Also a problem with his other hardware, his biological hardware.
Are you saying that he has a brain low functionality? I don't really know what to say.
He has something, all right, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Is he full of hate?
I don't know. I don't know. You know what? He was like he said some shitty words once, so now I take pot shots at him because I don't really know him. He's a meme. I don't know anything about Brand for Liberty. All I know, okay, is what people tell me, and from this vantage point, it ain't good.
Wait, which one is he? Like,
He's okay. Did you hear about the guy that decided that he was going to start attacking CTV and his wife?
no.
Okay,
I
so
Oh
thought
yeah,
a lot
that's
of people
right.
do that.
That's right. What a thing to say.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
what a
he
thing to
said
say. Okay.
that? He
Yeah.
said that he would. That was his plan to do.
no. What he was doing is he was trying to talk down to me because as me and my wife are making our way through the world, right? She's the primary breadwinner now in our
Mhm.
marriage, right? She wanted to be able to chase her career. One of the things that she never got with her ex-husband was any kind of real support for her career. So
Mhm.
like when we first got together, I'm working, she had an opportunity in Charlotte. We moved there. I continue working. I ended up driving trucks again, hauling cars across the country. I'm doing this. I'm primary breadwinner. She's helping me out with it. Da, da, da. We're doing this thing together, right?
Yeah.
And then she ended up having a pulmonary embolism. And, once we kind of got her on the other side of that, and truck driving was having me have to be away, we were having to be apart a lot. And that just doesn't really work for us. We like being together. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And well, I just say that because like there are some couples that they can be fine. Like I'm being
Not yeah.
yeah
Yeah, not being around each other a lot, which is fine,
Some
but
Yeah.
no,
people,
totally.
some people need it,
Yeah.
to maintain the stability and stuff.
yeah. So like I'm out on the road all the time. It's hard to you know do stuff. And then she was like, I really would like to have a career. I think I could really make a go of this thing. And I'm like, all right. Let's do this then. It means that we got to shift gears a lot. And then through us going through that, that's when like she was started talking to me about the way I reacted to things and stuff like that. And we really kind of started getting into like talking about me. And that led to me going to the VA and then seeking help for mental health, and then diagnosis PTSD from my time in the service and everything from there. So we got therapy. We've been doing that for like the last year and a half. And anyway, so all of this, long story short, I'm a loser because my wife is the primary breadwinner in the house, right? So like I defeat him in like two back-to-back fucking arguments right there in the fucking moment.
Defeated.
like-
That or in general.
Oh, no, like in the moment, because you can go watch the VOD. It's on Dylan's channel. It's the one talking about cyber terrorism.
Okay.
But you go watch, like, there's like, he says a thing, I crush his ass. He says another thing, I crush his ass, right? And then he
Yeah.
doesn't stop, and he's still picking on my wife. And at that point, I'm like, dude, if we were in the same fucking room, I'd be coming across this table, and we'd be having a different kind of conversation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so I lost my cool. It's but like he was the one that was absolutely the fucking problem. So
Like a
yeah,
real life that's real life shit. Like, I mean, obviously he has no love in his life, so I mean, and hey, toxic masculinity. There you go.
right.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, that's literally
Yep.
that's what it is. It's pretty.
Right.
Like, because I
mean,
like masculinity, right?
yeah,
But it's
masculinity
like
is
if you
good.
can't, if you feel like you can't cry, that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
I'm feeling something, I'd rather feel and deal with it right there in the moment, especially if I know I'm in a safe place to fucking do so. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I
Yeah.
just, feel what's going on, right? Because there are times where I have to bottle that shit up completely to be able to deal with the fuck that I have to in the moment, right? There's been a lot of times in my life through whether it was serving on submarines or, all the firefighting, flooding, like all of the situations that end up coming with that life, or even fucking hauling cars across the fucking country. Again, lots of got to put emotion to the side, deal with the situation in the
Mhm.
here and now so that you can get out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, you
And
found
shutting
look,
down.
you found a solution that works for, you seem happy, honestly, right? And who's to tell anybody how to organize their fucking common resources to to find a way to live that they enjoy,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
frankly,
yeah. No, go ahead.
well, and frankly, we're actually doing much better now than when we were with me out there fucking working and hauling cars or doing maintenance work on the, you know, like we're actually doing much better now following this path than what we have in the other way. And it's just that there's a big change in the market as far as jobs are concerned. And if you just think about like the politics behind hiring practices and, you know, the conversations about wage and some of the other things, like right now, the market is a real prime place for women to be able to be really successful. So when me and her sit back and just look at the world and see how the things are, this is what she wanted anyway. So these are all the benefits that you're going to see as a result of this, all the other politics, you
Do
know?
you wait, do you I don't know how much you're comfortable, like, can you say, like, kind of what industry she's in? Like, you don't have to if you don't.
Well, she's working now in well, I'll say she's
General.
working in manufacturing. That's what I'll
Okay.
say.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, people that's the thing. I think people focus like honestly, 2022, fuck words. Fuck specific words and people that are married to like terms. Just say the thing, say what you mean, and communicate in the way that people will understand whoever you're talking to. Just do your best, okay? So I mean, if I know people don't like the term toxic masculinity because of it including masculinity, and so it sounds like masculinity is toxic. So fuck it, we can call it something else. But that's the fucked up expectation that like you should live a worse life and be away from your wife, you know,
Yeah.
just not be with the people that you love because otherwise you'll look like a little bitch. What
Yeah.
is that? That
Yeah.
person is
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. That's why I just own what I do. And like
That's right.
for me, because I've got all the background and experience in mechanics, right? So air conditioning, you know, like vehicles, you know, like anything that I need to do with the fucking house or my
Right.
truck, I
You
do the
don't.
work myself.
Yeah, you don't have to pay someone to do that. That's honestly, those things need to be done. So if you can do them yourself, that's income right there. I mean, as
Mm-hmm.
far as like net,
Yeah.
as far as like net like expenses to income.
And it's like, I mean, like you why if you can do it, I wouldn't. There's a lot of people that do bad job at shit. Like opening I owned a hair salon for a while and having people come in and do work and the work would not be done. There would be a lot of problems. So whatever, yeah, whatever you can actually take care of is probably for the best. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like is it's what like where does that come from? That's just like a I mean, what do you have a different term that you think might not be like so triggering to some people? Like
It's
I don't know how
toxic masculinity.
like because I don't know how you like how do you two feel about that or like
No,
having that?
I actually like the term because masculinity is what I want
Mhm.
from men, right? I don't want toxic masculinity, right? So
Mhm.
I think it keeps the terms pretty simple.
Yeah. Cuz I
Sure.
know a lot of people get hung up on that. But then again, it's probably just like the rejection of the concept. But
Well,
yeah, like you said, yeah.
I think a lot of times it goes into like a lack of understanding of the complexity of humanity, right? Like everyone feels emotions, right? And then like so understanding that everyone feels emotion means that whenever you're interacting with a human being, even animals, right, do have emotion. They don't
Mhm.
have the ability to express it with words, but if you pay attention to the way their ears turn or the way their tail might be tucked or any of these, you know, body language, right? You pay attention to this, you can discern that from, you know, how they're feeling, you know.
Yeah.
So because everyone does that, then you have to understand that human beings have the ability through language to be able to express what they're feeling in a much more complex way than what you would, you know, be able to perceive from an animal, right?
Yeah.
So if you are trying to tell another human being that they have to suppress what is a natural part of themselves when in fact they're safe, right?
Mhm.
Like they're not having to defend themselves or their family in a physical way, right?
Right.
That
Yeah.
right, that's like that. If you're having to do that, turn that shit off. Like if you watch that movie Equilibrium, when it was time to fucking get down there at the end, he's feeling everything, and you see flatline. I don't feel shit right now, except me just getting ready to whoop that ass. You know what I mean?
No, totally. I do understand that. But and I can understand like people who have to deal with like yeah, like turning that part of themselves off. It's really hard to not just use that anytime something is hard. So um I mean, good for you for getting help when it comes to dealing with the issues that you had in going to the VA. I know that it can take for fucking ever to get help through the VA as well. I dated a guy um who was like trying he was like suicidal and like wanted to see someone um like not at that moment, but he was going through like a really hard time. Like it was the anniversary of something really bad happening, and they were like, well, we can help you out in about a month. And it's like, well, that doesn't seem like a good way to take care of people when they are going through something. Sorry, I'm just sealing up this joint. But yeah, so I don't remember what we were talking about.
Yep.
But
Yep. I lost it
your
too.
masculinity.
Oh, so yeah, so
Yeah.
where the root of this is so Brant decided that he was going to come at me in that kind of way with the insults, and then ultimately he ended up banned from Twitch. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
really? It went all the way
Yeah.
with this guy.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah, he's banned.
Wow.
I don't know if that's a part of it. It could be. I don't know what the official story is, but he no longer occupies the same space, which, you know,
Was he doing other shit too? Like just
well,
being fucked
I
up in
think
general?
well, Twitch updated their TOS, right? And they
Uh-huh.
said that accusations of cyber terrorism and shit like that is among those things that are TOSable, right? So,
Hmm.
Brant kind of, I don't know if they did that after Brant or before Brant, but it's been like within the last few weeks that I've, read the updated TOS. And so I can only assume that maybe that's a part of it. And then when you couple in like, how he just, thought that like coming after my wife and shit, was a good idea, that he pretty much handed like TOS like the very perfect reason to, ban you. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting how TOS can apply. Maybe there is some moving and shaking, huh?
Mm.
Interesting. Interesting, Danabo. Wherever you are. I know he's listening. Um, but yeah, it's interesting how yeah, some people can get banned fairly easily.
Mm.
Like Tom is still not back.
Jesus
Tom said
Christ.
one
Yes.
thing. Tom said one thing in someone's chat and was permabanned because it was like because he
Yeah.
said things in a very terrible sounding way.
Yeah.
And I tried to help. I'd be like, listen, you got to say the whole sentence all together. You can't leave the first part hanging. It sounds horrible. But yeah, what he said something in during a raid. He completed his thought in the new chat and he was permabanned for eternity. He's never coming back. I mean, which sucks. It was so like it was just so nothing. It's kind of amazing that there's
Yeah,
no
he just
like
got
appeal.
take it out.
What
Well,
did he say?
He
you
just
want to say something someone got banned for
he
on your
didn't.
stream right now?
You know what? I think actually probably a lot of people were reporting him for other stuff. I think people, like I said, he talks in a way that sounds extremely bad when you don't hear the second part of it, and
Yeah.
people don't really usually hear the second part of it. So, yeah.
Okay.
It was related to something with P words.
Yeah.
So, you know. Hi,
So
doggy.
okay, one more person I guess I wanted to ask about. Who's this crypto communist guy?
Who's a crypto comp?
You tweeted this guy with the fucking glasses and the hair like this and the beard, and he's like, debate destiny, fucking Bastiats. What is that? No, okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Start that over.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find it. Gotta find it. Your feed here, and the tweeter. Oh fuck. Come on. Sorry, my fingers are ice cold. It is very difficult to touch my phone.
God.
I should just like not smoke anymore. Hold on, let's see. I really don't want. Oh yeah, it's yeah. I was coerced into retweeting this. My stream is held hostage.
Wild man. I was really stoned and wild man. Listen, I made a thing that I did not see what he had.
Okay.
A YouTube challenge or a YouTube video of a challenge that he had put up in addressing me.
Okay.
Wait, let's see. I have too many sources. Here.
Okay. So no, I can't hear it. But okay. So this. Okay. So what's this guy's deal?
I don't know. He's really like. Oh, you know Wild Man, right? CTV.
No, I didn't recognize the guy that was on the screen.
He's been on Stardust channel a couple times. He like nonstop yells, like nonstop. You cannot say anything or hear anything. He's I don't know. He's kind of like a meme person. That was an entertaining. He was like, this is a PSA and a call to action for all the Wildman fans out there. I need you to tell AikoRulz that it's over. She needs to get a real job. And so it goes. And yeah, but he came in and he was like, tweet this. And I was like, whatever. I didn't even really look at it. So.
Okay. Wild man. All right. So
yeah.
So where did you grow up?
Central New Jersey.
Central New Jersey. You came from a religious background, is that correct?
Yes, very fundamentalist, born again Christian. Everyone is going to hell. And yeah, and that's I didn't know that you had other options as real as gravity. So I think that's part. I don't know. It might, in hindsight, it might explain some of the way that I've navigated Twitch with. Is this like residual, very alive and well trauma from like being told that everyone is going to hell, but it's also fine, I guess. So I just feel like I need to like try to make things better and save people. In hindsight, no one asked me to help, but also I feel like compelled to. So very
to save people.
And I mean, people. Like, yeah, like people who are just like, if I feel like if someone is getting like fucked over and they don't have like recourse or people don't really like care, I've had like various, I guess, approaches over my time in Twitch the past couple years as the space has changed, which is a part of like why we had an issue initially.
Tell me, what was our issue from your perspective? What you can remember?
You tell me first. I want to
know. No. It's my show. I asked you.
Shit.
Oh, there's the show card.
Okay. Wait, I need to get more stone first, though.
Okay.
Wait, CTV, do you know anything about this?
You know, this would be a great time to segue into. If you're sitting here watching this right now, make sure you come by the Wolf's Den on Wednesday because we host a show called Marvel Me With Your Bullshit or be disconnected, right? It's a pretty
That's
fun
right.
show. We give people, like I would love to have this thing where we end up having 90 people, 90 different fucking people on one show. How
That's
fucking
that's
crazy?
that's obnoxious.
But
That would be terrible.
but
Can
I
you
can do it
do
with this.
that?
Yes. Here's the format. I'm will explain it to you real easy. Like what I do is everybody jumps into the waiting room and I have the showroom. I bring on 3 people as the initial cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the chat votes on based on who's in the waiting room, right? Who is going to be part of the starting cast.
Okay.
So, and chat decides everything. So then I randomly pick somebody from the waiting room. I drag them in. I start a 5-minute poll or 5 or 10-minute poll, depending on how many people are in the waiting room, right? Keep or kick. I hit the poll and I tell, whoever I bring in the room, hey, you're now the next contestant on Marvel Me with your bullshit or be disconnected. I'm ready to be marveled.
And chat.
And then whatever happens from there. Yeah, chat votes to keep or kick.
That's right. And you can
Okay.
use bits. You can use bits.
Oh, no, you can use wolf coins.
Wolf coins. That's right.
What is
Yeah.
a wolf coin?
Wolf coin is the currency here in the channel.
Does
The
it-
stream
what is-
points.
Yeah, the wolf.
Oh, channel points?
Yeah,
Yeah.
channel points. We call them wolf coins around here.
Wait, in Discord or in Twitch?
In Twitch.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah.
So you can take your wolf coins, right? And it's 1 wolf coin per vote, right?
Oh.
So we end up with votes that are like in the thousands for people to be kept or kicked, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so it's channel points. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. You have more power. Yeah, you have more pull if you hang out here, basically.
Yeah, if you're trying to mine your wolf coins so you can save your favorite streamer, make sure you're over here lurking, right? Critically Thinking Veteran.
Yeah. Get it. Everybody add Critically Thinking Veteran to Chatterino.
I mean, you could also follow.
And follow, right? And what? Right.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I'm just starting to get. Wait, here's my not stoned enough animation.
There we go. Wow.
I'm getting. You're being an inspiration right now. I'm getting a lot of ideas for maybe how I could do my stream based off of how I'm looking at yours. Yeah.
You know what?
That's what I do with Hippie. If I make people suffer through watching Hippy Dippy, anyone that doesn't have if someone doesn't have their green screen in use, I can do anything I want, and I have so many things I have that I can put people in. It's great. Hake I do anyway. I take extra time to try to cut him out.
Oh, and you know what, CTB, you'll appreciate this. Aiko, how big is your deck? Yes, you see that? Look at that deck.
Yep, she's got a big deck. I've just got the
What is it? How does it?
The baby deck?
Nope. I've got the the regular size deck, right?
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, just regular sized,
Okay.
But I have to say, mine was gifted to me though, so
Well, so we're all of our decks, CTV.
Wait,
so we're all of our decks in a way.
Do you have the what?
Montreal, what's
my deck? Oh, I mean, in terms of streaming equipment, I am deckless. I am completely deckless.
Do you use something? Touch
Portal? No, I'm on a shitty computer in my garage streaming to my good computer up in my office.
Because you could it's just look into Touch Portal. You can do a lot of things.
Okay.
Even if you have a stream deck as well, there are things that you can trigger a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to. Not that I can, I just know you can. I have.
No, you're very good with the effects. Honestly, you're very good with the effects.
I'm always fucking with shit.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at I love how you have the purple clouds or smoke or whatever it is, whatever it is, right, in the background and in the foreground. I think most people probably end up missing the foreground bits, but that's not lost on me.
Immersion.
So I like it. Yep, I like it. I really do.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
show you the wait, where's the cats? The cats every so often, Stinky's tongue, yep, pops out. Say hello. These are my two cats. I just like putting little like extra animation shit that only occurs once in a while and makes people be like, "Did I see something or not?" Actually, an emote freaked me out like last stream, I think. It just appeared in the, do you both have the emote overlay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so there was like a hand emote that popped up over here by my chair.
Okay.
And I thought it was a hand touching me, and I was like, "Is that my hand?" And I was just really stoned, and yeah.
Is my OBS like molesting me right now? Like, get away from me,
Well,
hand.
that would be fine. I'd be fine with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I
OBS.
do a lot of things to my OBS. It's
Oh.
suffering.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you're that kind of lover. Okay.
No comment. But what were we were for this? What were we saying? Oh, here's my very
So
high
what?
animation.
There's
Oh, it's your
something
stone
there
level.
was there was something else before I went into the Marvel Me segue.
Oh wait, let me just
Aiko,
say hello to. I'm really important. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I'm hanging
boom.
out with CTV and MontrealPlayer on their high podcast, High Times.
I'm really important was our first guest on our official High Times podcast.
Oh, really?
That's
Very
Yeah.
true.
nice.
Yeah.
That's true.
How is that?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we had a great
great.
time.
Great, yeah, great conversation.
It's so
I
great we
was
decided to
I
do
was
it
like
every week.
I was like talking to IRI because like legitimately I was what 16, 17 years old when Pretty Fly for a White Guy came out. He was like an icon like in my teenage years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So like
It was so fun.
Okay.
so like literally he's the most famous person I think that I've had the ability to talk to. So like when I go home,
Oh.
like I tell them, so yeah, do you remember that guy on Pretty Fly for a White Guy? They're like, yes, and he's a buddy of mine. They're like, no shit, that's so fucking cool, So clout points, right? Just because you know IRI, just so you know, people. All right, if you know IRI, it's clout points.
I cannot believe that he is older than you. And
Mm.
me.
Wow.
I'm wait,
Okay,
so
Aiko,
you're
hold on. You can't escape anymore. All right, our beef. What? Tell me your
Oh,
perspective.
no, you have to say it first. We were
No, I said with my show, you have to go.
Okay. Well, everyone, okay. In case you just arrived, uh me and MontrealPlayer have had a beef for a long time. And we have not talked about it until right now. And I didn't really think about it very much because I have him muted on Twitter.
There you go.
But also you have to send the link to the song.
Oh yeah. Okay, I will. It's on my YouTube. I'll send the link after.
And you could like post it in chat or whatever, or if you have the chat open.
I do not. This is my big streaming equipment right now.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think what I recall. I'm very stoned. It's a perfect time. So, sorry. I need to not talk and have smoke in my lungs. So the first time I recall like having an interaction with you was when Danabo dragged me into the Discord that you and Terra Supernova had when you were doing your potluck podcast, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And Danobo dragged me in specifically because to help back him up in telling you about the streamer
Yeah.
who was actively pushing the Jewish
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
And he was not pleased about how that wasn't like a deal breaker, which I was as well. I expected at that time there weren't people like that
Mhm.
on Twitch. So this was me trying to like I'm always like, "Hey, can we like slow it down?" Or like the Kyle Rittenhouse day with on H for Andre's
Yeah.
stream with Destiny and everything. I tried to make that not I tried to de-escalate and be like, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't talk about this right now." So I'm always just trying. I don't know. Like I said, I'm always trying to save people. And also, so the fact that when you were talking about having him on, and then you find out that he is like a JQ, like legitimately a JQer, and that's why he's banned still. That you were still like, hey, well, will he keep his mask on, kind of thing. And at that time, I was like, nope, and no, nothing covered. Uh, what happened with him? I mean, that dude was getting banned. Um, and yeah, so I thought that it was disgusting that
Okay.
you guys were like fine with that. I guess for content brain,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. The truth is, I didn't know about all that at the time. All right. And
I
then,
told
well,
you.
I don't know. I know. No, hold on. When you told me, that was the first time I've heard about this. Okay. And uh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I went to, when people send me clips and stuff, because yeah, when people send me clips and stuff and they're like kind of out of context like that, I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go find out what this is, right? So I go talk to him.
Uh huh.
I talked to him on stream and I asked him like, what's your deal? How do you think about this, right?
And he was just
And
teaching history.
he was what?
Did he say he was just educating people?
Well, he told me what he was talking about,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it's not a global Jewish conspiracy that he's talking about. He was talking about, or at least what I think could be misconstrued as this, is he was talking about this very specific kind of relationship that happened between American blacks and Jews in certain
Yes.
communities, right?
I
Uh,
understand that.
yeah, and so at one point it's you're in a position where these Jewish families have capital, right, and they create the kind of the music industry, right, coming out of there because Jews whites don't want to work with Jews, right, and the Jews they want to make music, right, and anyways, so that was the and he was relating it to like whatever white supremacy or whatever that brand of rhetoric talks about,
Uh huh.
right, right, and that's it, but not
Wait, what?
conspiracy stuff. Yeah, no, not
Oh my
conspiracy stuff.
god. This is the the Nick Cannon
Yeah.
take. Okay, I'm going to just before we go further with this, I'm going to tell you that ultimately the conclusion, because I talked to a lot of his friends for fucking hours because this dude is very good at gaslighting people into thinking that like like that like what he's saying is not anti-Semitic propaganda, but he literally cited the protocols like on stream. Like
Mm-hmm.
he talked about like me being like one of them. Like he said, I know the references that he's making. I'm also my dad is Jewish and
Mm.
now, but he loves the shit out of Jesus. But you can't
Mm.
stop being Jewish
Look,
to those
I
people. But listen, I talked to people for hours and everyone's fucking confused. And but basically there was one clip that was like the trump card, like, oh, he
Yeah.
literally is citing the most well-known debunked like uh
Yeah.
Jewish, not like Nazi lie propaganda. Like and if he knows so much about history, he would fucking know that. So either you think that he doesn't know that and he's like miseducating people
No,
on
he
accident.
acknowledged that as like lies as and stuff like that. It's just he was talking about it for whatever reason on this fucking stream, and he honestly he gets agitated by people very easily. All right, and goes off the fucking deep
Okay,
end and says things in ways that sound fucking wrong. Okay,
listen.
and yeah,
I talked to his friends for fucking hours and hours, and a lot of people, they just couldn't. I didn't want to make it into a thing because
okay,
also uh there was the narrative that like where Vosh with peace and love, okay, Vosh said that black nationalism is the same as white nationalism but
hmm
without like the systemic backing. um but like that he said that it was separatism, and then suddenly there was all this energy to go find the bad ones, you know.
mm.
Sorry, my mouth is like super dry.
Oh yeah, to to to
So
to
wait,
calm the pasties on my end. It's a little nip of scotch.
Mm. That's probably
uh,
why I like drinking with smoking.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it gets rid of the pasties. No, but I mean, it's not like I'm gulping this down. I'm just like kissing it, basically.
Yeah.
Just wets the lips and stuff, and then you get rid of the pasties. Anyways,
um yeah, I don't drink at all.
okay.
I just don't feel, it makes me not feel good. It
I
might be that
usually,
Asian thing.
well, I
Anyways, you know what?
usually,
You know what? I have to admit, I'm gonna admit something. Okay, kind of. What had me, what had me going is that I used to be on this. I used to be on this website called You Know, right? And whatever. And
That
there are people like clipping, and they were very good at it, right? And so I'm like, man, every time I go somewhere, someone has to fucking do this clip thing on people, right?
Yeah, but like I just explained it to you and you are defending it. But like
Anyways,
I'm telling you, this person, he's very charismatic
hmm
and he's very good at like gaslighting people into thinking what he's saying isn't what he's saying,
okay, you think
but
that's it?
he's saying all the things. No, it's more, but I'm not going to like share like I had like 9-hour conversations with people, with strangers, because I was like, "Hey, anyone just like talk to me about it." And the reason why I brought up the black nationalism thing,
hmm
fuck, I'm sorry, I'm so stoned. I just went off completely
Don't
differently.
worry about it.
Anyway, so not that it when very large streamers make absolute statements like confidently in the same way they do anything else, but they're wrong, their audience still think that it's a thing. And so there was this focus on finding, you know, people like, I don't know, people that were, I don't know, specifically looking for some kind of like like the Black Hammer guy, like he's
Okay,
posted that
people who are
video.
susceptible to be radicalized. You mean like?
Um, just no, it was okay. Basically, people were hunting for like a Black Hammer type of person, like oh like you're a Black Israelite and you hate like Jewish people and stuff
hmm
or whatever, like so there were so many people that get accused of that. Like Joe Lewis is literally everything that whatever the bad thing like that someone's saying about like black people in the Twitch
hmm
poll space, like Joe Lewis will be accused of it and it'll be completely different things. And so that was happening, but to a lot of a lot of people that are no longer around. So that's also something that I tried to keep. I just tried to keep it not a thing because I didn't want people to have like an example that they could say, "Oh, there's a person like this in the Twitch space," and have it impact the people around me who were already getting like accused and threatened and shit and couldn't like be on panels because they just be like nonstop harassed. And it's like sometimes people are shitty and the bad thing that you're saying, but then if they aren't, like, kind of okay, listen. Hunter's
Right.
energy. It's Hunter's
Okay.
energy against BX Bullet. Is
Yeah.
how it is. It's like, why are you? It's like, okay, why is your energy there? Like, okay,
Right.
you might have legitimate reasons to like be in a beef
Right.
with someone,
But your
but that's
behavior is a little
not
fucking sus. Yeah.
it's that, but it's like this is like a real there are real issues. So if you are saying that you care about uh like some issue that affects like a group of people, if you're saying that you care, like just say that you don't care. Don't act like you care and then do something that you think isn't, or by your logic isn't the best thing to do if that's your mission. Just
Okay.
don't
You
make it
felt
your mission statement.
okay. You
I've
felt
gone off
compelled
the
to
rails.
to.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. I get it. You kind of felt compelled to, or you're sensitive to maybe pockets of extremism popping up. Maybe. Right.
Well,
And
it's not really so much that that's the issue. It's more
mm,
like a lot of people were getting accused as well. Like I didn't want someone, I guess maybe what you think that he's doing, I didn't want someone who's doing what you think he's doing um to like get in like a target on them because everyone's fucking looking for like bad ones. It's just like, where are you spending your energy, Hunter, by the way, but also the other
right.
guy. So I was
Okay.
very like, anyway,
Okay.
that guy is not. The point is, I
Yeah.
didn't want I didn't want people to really like turn this into a thing.
I
So
don't.
I was like, it wasn't
Yeah.
helping.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, I guess there's finer points, but I'm not here to debate.
No,
Yeah.
this is an
Yeah.
important point because in the end, I have a trump card. I
Okay.
still have a Dropbox. This is
Okay. The
serious
drop.
shit. This is very serious.
I know the fucking Dropbox.
I know, but I'm just saying that like
Yeah.
in this, it's not a matter of like, oh, maybe you're right, maybe I'm right. No, it's like if anyone is questioning whether or not it was legitimate to deplatform someone, I didn't do that. He got
Mhm.
banned from Twitch because he is the thing, right? And he's trying to spin it however way, but
Okay.
I have a fucking trump card, okay? Cited the protocols. I have a whole ass Dropbox.
All right.
Like fuck all
Yeah.
that
Okay.
shit.
Okay. There's nothing I can do with it. I'm just saying. I looked into it from my perspective. It wasn't that. But that's it. That's all we can do.
Okay, CTV. Did you hear what he said?
What? Who said?
No. CTV's
Did
out.
you hear what Monty just said? Did you hear what he said as if it was like a real thing that wasn't like pushing like the Jewish question?
I just don't think. I don't think it was that.
I
No,
didn't.
you're wrong because I'm right. You can't be right and I be right. I already proved I'm right. What did you do? I went and I fucking talked to all of these people and I tried to reason with them even though it didn't matter cuz he was already banned. It didn't matter, but I care about that shit.
Okay.
So
Well.
it's like
Okay.
if someone I didn't want people I didn't want there to like be all this shit uh uh and like have it be like another arc N-word in private debate arc and people just being like, so black people and Jewish people get along. Like, no. I don't fucking want that in the discourse.
Okay.
And
Okay. You don't want that particular discourse in there, and you squash that.
well, at that point
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't squash that. He got himself banned. But
that's
I
true.
tried to explain to people why that wasn't the thing. I
Hmm.
have nothing to do with him getting banned. He was banned for anti-Semitism, right? Basically, I mean, they don't tell you the bans, but that's why he was saying the things that he was saying Nick Cannon was right, which is, could just be a spicy. I thought that was a spicy thumbnail, but then I
Hmm.
like listened to what he was saying and I was like, "Holy shit." And then it continued and it continued, and also I am also in the cabal
Oh,
community.
I don't
But
think you
it
said you
doesn't
were in the
matter.
cabal.
It doesn't matter. Listen,
Yeah,
that's like memeable, but he literally was citing the protocols of the elders of Zion. That's a fucking, just Google it.
I know. I think he was reading them. Yeah.
No, he was using them as if they are real. He's like,
Okay.
I'm of two. He literally said, I'm of two minds about it. Like, what does it seem more likely to be?
Yeah.
That
Well, if you look, if
that
you
people that it was a plot, or maybe these are really like, I'll
yeah,
DM you
no,
it.
no, it's either. Hold on. From what I remember, Jesus Christ, is long ago. Yeah, from what I remember, it's like what is it? It's a question of like, is it based on some truth and then co-opted to fit a narrative, or is it just like or is it yeah,
Or
or is
is
it
it
just a
actually a
fabrication?
Jewish
No,
plot?
is it or no? Is it no, or is it
That's
a
the new
complete
thing.
fabrication? Right?
It is a complete
Yeah,
fabrication.
no, but that's it. So,
No, no, no. I
is
know.
that an unfair question to ponder?
That is, you don't have to
If it's
ponder
one
it
kind,
because
if it's
you
one
don't
kind
have
of
to
lie or another kind of
ponder
lie,
it. What are you saying? The one side says Jewish people control the world.
uh,
That's the anti-Semitic thing.
yes, okay, we shouldn't push this narrative. What's
No, no,
the?
no. But like, you think that it's a reasonable thing?
I think maybe if you're trying to just philosophically break it down or something like that and ask a question, I don't think there's a problem in asking a question like that.
Just asking questions?
Yeah, just asking questions. Exactly. Let's do that meme. I don't think it's a problem. Just
No,
ask questions.
literally. But CTV, listen, where are you gonna fall on
Well,
this
that's
issue?
here's the thing. You know what? I want complete and total freedom on my stream. Okay, to ask whatever fucking questions I want. Okay, I have no one will limit me on my stream to ask fucking questions. And here you come in,
Listen.
and you come in going like, yo, here's what you can and can't talk about on your stream. And I'm like, fuck that.
Oh, no,
Fuck
no, no.
that.
That's not what I said. Actually, you know what? Do you want to read them?
Not right now. Actually, you know what? You can roast me.
Oh,
You can roast me. That's fine. It's not. It's nothing personal.
not
But
about a
it
listen.
is 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock. I have to quit. I have to quit.
CTV.
You can roast me with CTV, no problem. But I need to go.
I'm not roasting. I'm correcting the record.
Fine,
Okay.
correct the record. All right.
We had
Okay,
a
you know what? I'll stay
copy.
another 15 minutes. I'll stay another 15 minutes so this record can be corrected. Okay.
Okay.
And while you're looking for the thing, okay, I'm just going to remind people, all right, that if you need to relax or get hot or whatever your needs are, go to shellshockcbd.com, all right, and save 10% on all your CBD products. Okay, by putting in the code word Danabo. All right, shellshockcbd.com wants to bring you the highest quality CBD products at the most affordable prices. 100% grown and operated right there in America by a business that employs and is owned by U.S. veterans. Code word Danabo. shellshockcbd.com. Okay, do we have the record?
Yeah. Would you like?
Let's go. You know what? It's too bad. It's too bad. Your record, unfortunately, it ends before I make my snippiest comments.
Let me Screen share.
Hey, Binks, thanks for the sub.
And the person that gifted me a sub over an Aiko's channel. Thank you.
Boom.
Yes, thank you. Whoever that was. Where is this shit?
What are you smoking, Aiko?
Citral glue.
Citral glue.
Mm.
Is this the type of, or okay? First of all, what is it? Is it like a gel or is it like?
Hybrid. Oh,
Okay.
like a flower.
Okay, it's just crushed herbs, yeah, ground up herbs. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a sativa hybrid.
Hmm.
Why do you smoke?
I don't really. I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, really, like a lot of things. Wait, sorry.
I find it to be a really, really good aphrodisiac.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've made the joke that it makes my dick harder than Chinese arithmetic.
Oh,
Then
that's
that
incredibly
mean?
difficult.
It's incredibly hard, right? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to fucking. Wait, sorry, hold on.
How about you, CTV? What do you smoke?
Typically, well, it's a hybrid. It's never straight sativa or indica, but I tend to lean more towards a little bit more indica heavy because
Okay.
I've got a more naturally up personality. So whenever I'm sober, like because of the way, like I kind of look at it like there's sober personality and then there's fucking like the person I'd like to be. There's a little bit of like, especially when I'm going out in town and I haven't smoked and I know I gotta have my shit wired tight. There's just a different way that I operate in the world versus like whenever I can get home and I can just chill around the house and I ain't got to worry about fuck all. So
Right.
I tend to be more of a homebody anyway. So I like being home.
Okay.
And
yeah,
like I like if
the
we
chill vibe, it puts you in a good headspace.
Yeah,
while you're there.
if we weren't in the mobile lifestyle right now, and where I see us being, say, in like 10, 15 years, where we do have some land, is, she's probably still going to want to go travel and do shit, right? I'm probably going to have my garden, have all my shit set up, like, and then like once I get all that shit working and stuff, and then I'll make time for me to be able to go travel out and do other stuff too, because I do like doing that. But I like having the shit around me kind of organized, so just good
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
I have to get everything organized now. Jesus Christ. Lists and fucking alerts on my phone are just like pew pew all the time. I cannot rely on my own brain to remember anything I have to do.
Yeah, and I'm thinking actually too that I'm gonna disassemble the desk or take everything off of it and clean it and redo it again tonight. So,
I have to build a new desk for myself upstairs. Okay, so I have 3 monitors, right, on one desk, but I have this elegant like Queen Anne desk, right? And it's nice, but it's small, right? And so I've been using it for a while. It does even my 3 monitors, but it's crowded. I have like wireless keyboard and mouse, so it's still comfortable, right? But man, I start this new job and they have a laptop because they're anyways because they work on stuff that needs like a lot of security, right? And that's it. And I can't just like use my old trick of remote desktoping whatever the thing is. So anyways, so now I basically need 2 workstations, and I'm like, fuck, because I can't just dismantle my whole fucking setup that I use all the time for this work setup. But I do like having 2 screens when I'm working. So yeah. So anyway, so now I got to buy a bigger desk that can handle 2 friggin' workspaces for me alone.
Yeah, essentially what I'm going to have to do is probably build some type of frame to be able to hold the fucking desktop, right, case that I got. So then like I can run all of my chords to it, and then I'm going for a 5-screen setup. Is ultimately where I want to end up.
Okay.
Aiko, if you can't find it, I have it, and I'll send it to you.
I have something.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm way too fucking stoned for.
Look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I just want to. I just wanted to clear the air.
Or you can.
I just wanted to clear the air, and honestly, whatever. We had a chill chat. I love this. I love this. I really.
It's so chill. I just wanted you to know that it's like kind of crazy to listen. I don't want people to think that the Jewish question is the question, okay? We've already been through this. There's a lot of stuff to read. There's a lot of videos. You know, CTV, where are you on Jewish people?
Okay, I don't have a problem with any people. I don't care. Literally, I only care about human beings. So, specifically with regard to Jewish people, I would say that like whatever the questions are that are being asked, right? With regard to any peoples, right? I usually tend to keep my ears up, and it sounds like you certainly do the same during those times, and then start listening to what the answers are. So for me, like I think the questions are a good way to be able to get people talking, because when people start talking, they end up, letting other people know what they think. So then by them doing that, then you end up finding out what they're about. So like I actually love it when people ask questions, because then it allows me to be able to get to know those around me a little bit better, regardless of whatever it is I find out.
Right. Yeah. That's what I meant, though. Like at this point, it's a kind of a free for all. It's the Wild West of Twitch. But back then, it was fucking however long ago. There were no open panels. You had to be a streamer. You didn't have to have viewers, but you had to like be a streamer, have a cam, something, right? Generally. And so we didn't have this shit around, and he wasn't gonna last, and I just didn't want people to find out about it, and then I didn't want there to be misinformation about Jewish people, because he had convinced a lot of people like you that it was what he was saying was somehow like not exactly what he was saying. But I know about this, and I tried very hard to explain this, and ultimately, like I said, I have a trump card. Yes, I think it's bad.
Privilege card? Is that like that?
No, it's she has videos that look really terrible.
No. I mean of like the okay. CTV. Do you think it would be a bad thing if someone believed that Jewish people control the world?
If they just believe it, no, they can believe whatever they want.
Or I mean, like, do you think that's like that's the bad thing? Like that's what the entire like Jewish conspiracy is. It's like asking that question that led, to the Holocaust, that the final solution. So like, what do you think about like someone not just believing it in their head, but like streaming about it, planting these seeds, like framing it as if like it's a war between black people and Jewish people, like that's
that
right?
was not his that was not what he was trying to push, though.
How do you know?
Because because I tune into his stream in the morning before any of all this, okay? And this is not what this, I mean, this is not how this guy puts those ideas together.
No, exactly. It's not how he puts it together, which is why it's dangerous, because he literally like smart fucking people, like people who usually have a good like bullshit meter, right? But other people who do know about this shit were like, holy shit, he's just saying like he okay, so everything that he got away with it because he's like, oh, I'm just, explaining history, right? I'm just educating people about history. And one of those things ended up being about promoting the most famous debunked Jewish conspiracy hoax ever, right? And he was like, I'm of two minds of it. Maybe, what is it more likely to like have this be like this complicated hoax, or like I don't remember exactly what that part was, but he was like, or like maybe, you know, some people are looking out for, you know, saying the thing.
Well, I guess in those
No,
situations, the way
I
that I would tackle it would be like invite that person into a conversation. Maybe I'm not the right person to talk about whatever the issue is, right? But I think that given like a lot of the history that I know, getting someone like that in the room and then like having them actually go through their theory versus everything else
yeah.
that I know in history, and then like being able to break it down, right? What that ends up doing, especially if you've got their audience on the line, right? Say he's streaming or whatever the case is, at least then it presents an opportunity for other people just not being irrational and just going on the attack and just putting out, you know, Twitter memes or YouTube VODs or whatever the case is to try to, you know, to attack that person, but instead sitting back and being a little bit more calm about it and inviting to get to know that person. And then at least then, through the information that you can bring to the conversation, be able to expose the audience to truths that maybe they didn't even realize that were actually there themselves. So then that way you end up delegitimizing the person and their idea because you were able to bring more information that they weren't being currently told. And that's where, you know,
Okay.
that
No,
is
I'm
that,
sorry. I understand what you're saying, and that would
yeah.
be completely like that would be completely legitimate if it wasn't the fact that he was like a Marxist leftist, and he was saying like he was educating people like it under this guy. Like he was very good. There's nothing exposing. He was just really good at it. He wasn't like, I mean, there's a reason why he's permabanned. You know, it's just I want to be very clear. Like there are people that we talk to, and like, and right now you can talk to fucking anyone. I do not judge anyone based on who they platform. Like just, you know, we like you said, CTV. We just see what people do, and then you know about that person and how they think, and so on, right? You let them kind of reveal themselves. I am completely down for that. But at the time, there weren't people asking the Jewish question and teaching people, because there wasn't anyone that could properly, and I mean there still isn't, but at least people would probably know, and all that someone might be you know, some kind of like conspiracy anti-Semitic person, but um yeah, there was no platforming that person as like it, okay, I'm sorry. I'm very stoned still. Um Having someone that is very charismatic and is good at pushing this message, like the reason why it's bad is because it led to the Holocaust. This is how it started. Like just getting people used to like, well, maybe they are like, well, maybe it could be that they're controlling things. Oh, maybe this and that is
This is,
their
I
fault.
mean, look,
This is
again, this is
this
whatever.
is what
Talk to
it
the guy.
is.
We're talking
I
about
have
specifically fucking certain neighborhoods and the music industry.
no, I know. Those are bullshit. Those are those are
That's
fucking
bullshit.
bullshit. Listen,
That's bullshit.
the problem of it is separating Jewish people from like white supremacy in general. Like
Mm-hmm.
people, it's the specific targeting of like instead of the system,
Mm-hmm.
and like uh you know, the issues, like this is the literally like focusing on one group that is controlling things. That's bad. You blame people for that, right? You blame people for bad things if you think that they're controlling it and that your life is fucked up. But like Jewish people aren't the enemy, right? They're just people like
And no
any
one,
other
no,
people.
yeah, okay. And no one was saying, no one was saying in this people we're talking about that
Not in
Jewish
this
people were the enemy.
conversation. No,
No,
not
not
in
in
this
this conversation. No, but that guy that we're talking about. Okay, this was not his message either
Well,
at all.
no. I know he says it as if it's basically he was saying like, oh, actually, it's not that there's a problem with like black people and white people. It's like everyone and Jewish people. So
Okay.
and
Alright.
using the history that people don't fucking know. Like I used to live in Crown Heights, like he made it sound like there was this like ongoing like thing, like it was yeah. It was not it was
Okay.
fuck.
All right. It was very nice to know your mind on this. I really have to go.
Okay. Thanks
I really have to
for your
go.
time.
Thanks, Monty.
This has been wonderful. Aiko, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks
I'm
for
glad we had
having
this
me.
chill chat. Feel free to call me a cunt anytime. I'm very flattered, honestly. Yeah, that's it. And thank you to Danabo. If you type his name at shellshockcbd.com, you can get 10% off CBD products. American owned, veterans, all that stuff. Shell Shock CBD. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Danabo sells some CBD. Thank you so much. CTV, thank you so much. High Times Podcast, thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
Of course, Monty. See you later, buddy.
Yep.